Wondering if your Kirby's going to give you costly repairs? Then this is the video for you. Don't forget, everything used in the video today, there are links in the description for the best place to get those Kirby and household products. So make sure to check those out at the end of this video. Hi Kirby fans, so today we're going to be addressing a few facts about the Kirby Vacuum and a few issues that they've got going on still, but the issues they have resolved over time and issues they have caused by changing certain things. So let's jump straight into it. So today I'm going to be using a Centria that I'm currently refurbing at the moment for this demonstration. Obviously there's no lead on it, no bag, but I will be explaining all the issues that people are having with Kirby Vacuums over the time and owning. So I've jumped onto the Centria first purely because the first one is the LED. The LED bulb from the Centria onwards to the Avalir 2 to even the Kirby Platinum is the same bulb. They did change the board a little bit. So if you've got the later style Centria onwards, then you've got a later board. These didn't tend to blow as quick, but I did find that these LED boards, the PCB tends to blow on the board, and that's what causes these bulbs to blow. Now, if you've got an older Kirby like a G4, then those bulbs seem to last because they're not relying on a PCB like these LEDs are. So next issue we've got with the Kirby Vacuum is the lead that's normally here. It normally breaks here either side of the rubber surround that holds it, and it just breaks and shorts out. So that is quite dangerous. I'm not sure if Kirby have caused that by fixing it to there, but I didn't seem to have that issue with previous generation series. So here we have another myth. This causes a lot of issues with Kirby users over time. Originally when the G3 was released, on the back we had a sticker put on there, and then as we turn the Centria over, there isn't one. Now this sticker here is to explain about the brush roll. With the Kirby, you've got number 1, number 2, number 3. On the G3 and G4, they were color coded. After the G4, they stopped color coding them and then just left them listed as number 1, number 2, number 3. What this sticker represents, when you first get your Kirby, it will be on number 1. As the brush roll wears and is in line with that rug plate, so it's not cleaning, you can turn it down to number 2 and then so on to number 3. Now, once Kirby stopped putting that sticker on there, a lot of myths spread around saying that you can lower your brush roll for the depth of the carpet. It's not for that. I shared this tremendously over this channel. It's one of the biggest things that wears brush rolls out and belts. So this is an issue that Kirby have caused over time by not putting that sticker on the Centria right up to the Avalir, and they need to explain this in the demonstrations, which is what they used to do back when the G3 was launched back in 1992-93. Now the biggie for everyone, and I have shared a repair video on this and it's really easy to do, so make sure you check that out if you're having issues with yours, is the drive and neutral switch. Over time these tend to come loose, and I'll show you the reason why, and I'll show you the differences that Kirby made that actually caused it. So what I've got is Avalir drive and neutral switch, and I've got a G4. So you probably wonder what the difference is. So looking at them this side, there's no real difference. So they're both split pedals, not a problem. Now as I turn it round, I'll show you what the issue is and why, and what I think has caused it over time, and I have got a video on how to fix it. But I will put a link at the end of this video if you want to know how to fix yours. Right, so we're going to look at the Avalir, and what happens is this part here releases off this shim. So it releases off this shaft, it moves forward, and then obviously it can't connect correctly with the tech drive and you get that clicking sound, or it comes off completely and the whole pedal system pops out. But you may be asking, what did Kirby change? Now when the G3 and G4 came out, this was a new design, worked really well, and I've never had a G3 or G4 Kirby pedal fall apart. Now why is that? It looks like exactly the same design. Now I can only share my opinion on why this is and what might have caused it. So as we look at it, they're slightly different here. Now what I'm going to do is show you here, on this one we've got an aluminium one, so it's a softer metal, so it's probably going to wear over time. So you can see it's aluminium. I'm having to use one of my thermometers because it's got a magnet in there. It's the only magnet I've got in the house. But then we look at this one, and it's steel. So the G4 and the G3 was steel, and then when Kirby brought out the G5, they changed it to the aluminium one. And I think that is the main issue why these are failing over time. If they went back to the steel one, I don't think it'd come off. I mean, this Kirby one here is from 1994, so it's 30 years old, and it still works as good as the day it was made. Whereas the Avalirs, you're lucky if you get 2 years out of these, especially if you're using your tech drive a lot. With that constant movement, the aluminium tends to move up and release off that shaft. So let me know if you've got a G4 or G3 if you've had one release. I haven't, so if you'd like to prove me wrong, that's fine if you've had that problem, but I've never had it with a G3 and a G4, and I've refurbished endless amounts of G3s and G4s during this channel, and I've never had to replace the tech drive pedal. Now a lot of people have been asking about the Kirby fill tube, and the Kirby fill tube on the earlier models, and this continued on the G3 right up to the G5. As you can see, it's a totally different fill tube compared to the G6 onwards. Each fill tube tubes are from the pre-generation Kirby, and they continued up to the G5, and then Kirby changed it to a better material on the G6. And this has continued on to the Avalir, Avalir 2, and Avalir Platinum. So you can see this hose now is plastic. You can fold it, you can twist it, you can do whatever you like. It's never going to deteriorate, it's always going to jump back into shape. So when you're converting that to portable mode and it gets a little bit compressed, it's not going to damage that hose. Also, if you're sucking up a couple of nails or pins, they're not going to jab into this. It is quite a sturdy plastic. Obviously not meant to suck up nails or pins, but people do over time, and that's what was damaging these. So any sharp object, this was quite susceptible to put little holes in it, which would reduce the airflow, and obviously you'd have dust leaking in the bag. If you want to check whether yours is leaking, just get a torch. I've shared in a previous video, just get a torch in there, turn the lights out, stretch your hose, and just see if there's any light bleeding, and you'll see if there's any holes, and then you can just put some tape over it. It's not an issue. But you can upgrade it, and I will put a link to one of these in the description if you want to get one. And it'll upgrade your generation Kirby, and the advantage with that is these are a better fitment, quick and easy to fit compared to the old twist style. Right, so the issue people have is this rubber here can get damaged if you don't fit that bag correctly. Now this was started from the G3 right up to the early Centurias. On the later Centuria ones, they did change it prior to releasing the Centuria 2. That was the fact that these are riveted on, you couldn't change them. So if you wanted this replaced, Kirby would change them in a service, or it'd have to go back to the Kirby factory to get it replaced. Now, if you want to know if you've got a later style one, it is removable. They do get a little bit stiff because of the grime that's in there, but they are removable. This one obviously needs cleaning. As I said, I'm refurbing it, but you can take that out, give it a bit of a clean, and you can get replacement ones of these, and they're not that expensive. There are links down in the description below. If you've got the new plastic base compared to the old metal base, then you're gonna have one of these that is replaceable compared to the older style. From the G5 onwards, Kirby did change this seal here. So you've got a stick-on seal, so it doesn't rely on that one that goes in the middle. These do get damaged from people trying to fit a G4 or G3 attachment, i.e. the hose or the air intake. They will not fit on this model due to this being that little bit thicker. But you can also upgrade your G3 or G4 one to one of these, which I have done in a previous video. And then finally, the biggest elephant in the room is the fan. Now there's a few YouTubers out there that are saying if you run these for over an hour in portable mode, they can deform. If you run it on the inflator side for at least 15 minutes, it's going to deform. I've never had this happen. Obviously Kirby recommend that you do use it in short bursts if you are using the inflator system. The only way this can really get hot from what I've found is if you're running a belt on there. That does get quite warm, and if you vacuum for an extensive amount of time and not turning the vacuum off, then that rubber belt would heat this up and possibly could melt the fan. But I've never had that happen in any Kirby that I've had over the past 30 years and since doing this channel. Don't forget, if you're using the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those Kirby and household products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. Right, so enjoy the video, and as you can see, there's a few things Kirby need to resolve, and there's a few things they have resolved over time. I think of the Kirby design, yes, it does look a little bit dated, but there's the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. At the end of the day, we've got over 110 years of great service from Kirby Vacuums, and a lot of them are still going strong, 30, 50, 60 years old. For those of you struggling to service your Kirby, check out this video next. And for those of you who want to get a good night's sleep, check out this video next. So thanks for watching, happy cleaning, and I'll catch you in the next one.